So today we're going to discuss trigonometric identities. That's the name of the section. And this chapter deals with proving things using trig. Okay, I gave you guys a sheet with a bunch of identities on it. The identities that we're going to use today are on the sheet. So you do not have to write these out until I tell you. Like at one point I will tell you should probably write this down, then write it down. But the first ones we're going to look at are the reciprocal, quotient identities, and those are the ones that match up the evil twins. So like cosecant of theta is the same as 1 over sine theta, secant of theta is the same as 1 over cosine theta, cotangent theta is the same as 1 over tangent theta. And then the quotient identities, tangent is equal to sine over cosine, and cotangent is equal to cosine over sine. Now at this point, these ones should be familiar to you because you have been using them. We've been using sine over cosine. We know that cosecant is sine flipped, secant is cosine flipped, and cotangent is tangent flipped. This is just written out for you. Okay? The next one is the Pythagorean identities. We've used these before, so you should have seen them before. The main one is sine squared x, or theta, plus cosine squared x equals 1. Okay? That's the main one. Now, the other two, and you should write this down, you can derive the other two. So I want you guys to know how to derive the other two, and you should be able to do that. So this part you should write down, and I'm going to put a star next to it. So, to derive the other two Pythagorean identities, what you do is you divide everything by sine squared, and I've showed this to you before, and you divide everything by cosine squared. So the first one, you divide everything by sine squared. Okay, and sine divided by sine is going to give you what? 1. Plus cosine divided by sine. Okay, so if you look up here, which one is cosine divided by sine?
Cotangent.
Cotangent. So it's going to be cotangent squared, because remember it's squared right there. And then what's 1 over sine? 1 over sine is cosecant. So cosecant squared. So if you know all of these ones at the top, when you divide everything by sine, you get this one, which is another Pythagorean identity. So this is one of them. This is another one. And then for the third one, you take all of these, and what do you think you're going to do? Instead of dividing by sine, what are you going to divide by? Cosine. Or cosine squared. So you divide everything by cosine squared. Okay, and sine over cosine up here is which one of these? Sine over cosine is which one? It's a tangent. So, tangent squared x plus cosine over itself is what?
1.
1 equals 1 over cosine squared is what's 1 over cosine up here? Secant. So, those two things you should know how to do, and that's how you derive the other two. The first one you memorize, and the other two you can derive them.